actually, there's a town in Germany called Rosbach, which I found out after Hydro Flask is where the sparkling water comes from, which is very interesting.
That is incredible. Maybe it's been in your DNA for generations or something.
It has, yeah. My dad's a dive instructor. I found out I have a second cousin who sells water filtration systems, alkaline water, and then, of course, Hydro Flask. So, yeah, it goes way back.
Well, you look like Jason Momoa, so maybe you're really Aquaman. There you go. Well, we'll go ahead and rock and roll. Thanks for being with us today. Many of our listeners, Travis, are really in a good place in their lives. Things are rolling right along. They're in great shape. But we have some other listeners right now that they were dealt their deck of cards. They looked at the hand they've got. They don't have a single face card, let alone any aces at all.
Wow, that's a good metaphor. I think even sitting there at the table without any face cards, just don't give up. Just keep going, because the others may fold. And even though you don't have any face cards, you could win with 2s, 3s, and 4s. I think just keep going, because you never know. Unexpected forces really do come to people's aid. Act boldly and unseen forces will come to your aid. It really is true. It honestly does happen. Sometimes it's extremely difficult to have that courage to just keep sitting there at the table, but people do fold. And if they do fold, and when they do fold, you have the pot before you know it. With Hydro Flask, my partner and I, we sold our cutlery, we sold our furniture, we sold our most valuable possessions. We got down to 1 suitcase each. We flew in from Oahu to Bend, Oregon to move into my mom's house. And we burnt the boats. Like, there was no turning back. It was just full steam ahead. Sometimes it even made it easier on me for the fact that I knew that the good news is I'm all by myself here. And so all I can do is move forward, and I can move up. And then as soon as I started to get the positive feedback that people were feeling better, that they were hydrated, I was doing it for the masses at that time. I was hydrating the masses. And I mean, I had $1 million investor just kind of like walk into my door within 2 days of shutting down the whole business. And it was like unseen forces. I spent a lot of time at the Royal Geographical Society in London, and in the map rooms and the different places, and studying Hillary. And I had my first wife worked at the RGS. I had original photographs from the expedition that I have never seen on any TV or anything, because I have the originals. And one of them was I can't remember the guy's name, but he was holding one of the big dogs, and they just loved these dogs. They just absolutely adored these animals. They were companions, and then they had to eat them. And I kept that in my wall at Hydro Flask, and I would make sure that the employees knew the story that as much as we love the dogs, we will eat them if times get hard.
If you enjoy this podcast, please make sure to subscribe. To stay updated on everything that the Action Catalyst is up to, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Action Catalyst Podcast and Twitter at Catalyst_Action. Thanks for listening.